Hi students, I wanted to read your Storytown story with you today, so open up to page 380 in your Storytown book and we will talk about the focus skill making predictions. So point with your finger and look in your book and follow along as I read to you. Make predictions. As you read, make predictions about what will happen next in a story or what you will find out next in an article. To make predictions, use word and picture clues and think about what you know from reading it from real life. What I know, what I want to know, what I learned. After you make a prediction, read on. Continue to revise and confirm your prediction as you read. Making predictions can help you think about what you are reading and help you to remember important details. Tip: when you read a nonfiction passage, skim the title, the headings, and any illustration captions to help you make predictions about what you will find out. Use the title in the chart below to make predictions about the article. Then, read the article and use the chart to think about what you learned. A journey to Saturn and beyond. In 1980, the spacecraft Voyager 1 flew past Saturn and sent back images to Earth. For the first time, scientists saw spokes in Saturn's rings. They found 3 more of Saturn's moons. Later, Voyager 2 traveled even farther and sent back information about Uranus and Neptune. So what do I know? Saturn is a planet. What do you want to know? So think about some more facts that maybe weren't covered there that you would like to know. And what did you learn? You learned about the spacecraft Voyager in 1980. You learned about how scientists saw the spokes in Saturn's rings for the first time. You learned that Voyager 2 traveled back later. So as we read this week's story, you should make predictions about what you think will happen next before it happens. Now turn to the vocabulary page. Vocabulary. Build robust vocabulary. Rotates, surface, steady, reflects, appears, evidence. Here comes the sun. Scientists who study the sun have learned that the sun rotates. They know that the force of gravity is greater on the sun's surface than on Earth's. On the sun, a person would weigh almost 30 times as much on Earth. However, no one could live on the sun because the surface is thousands of times hotter than Earth's. Scientists know that powerful solar winds come off the sun and travel through the solar system. Solar winds are not steady. They change in speed and number of particles. Turn to page 383. When the solar winds come near Earth, particles in the solar winds interact with particles in the air. Some people think the night sky reflects the colors of the particles. Instead, energy is released that shows up as a flickering light show. This light show appears near the North Pole as the northern lights and near the South Pole as the southern lights. Scientists have sent balloons up to study these lights and collect evidence. They hope to learn more about these strange lights. The northern lights can be seen in Alaska. Turn the page. Now let's read our story, The Planets. Expository nonfiction is the genre. That means these are real facts and information about a topic. We're going to look for captions and labels that tell about illustrations, facts and details that help you learn about a topic, what I know, what I want to know, and what I learned. Monitor comprehension. Read ahead to find information that might help you better understand the passage. The Planets by Gail Gibbons. Turn. On a clear night, when stars shine brightly, you might see what looks like another star, but it is a planet. But each night it changes position in the star patterns. It is a planet. The word planet comes from the Greek word meaning wanderer. Turn. A planet is different from a star. People can see a planet because the sun shines on it. A star shines because it is made up of gases that give off light and heat. Our sun is a star. Nearly every star is much bigger than the biggest planet. The solar system includes the sun and everything circling around it. In very early times, people knew of 6 planets. They were Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. These people named most of the planets after Roman goddesses and gods. Later, within the last 200 years, 3 more were discovered. They were Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Planet Earth is where we live. It is one of the planets that circle the sun. Together they make up the main part of the solar system. The word solar means connected to the sun. The planets circle around the sun in paths called orbits. The time it takes for a planet to travel around the sun is its year. Each planet's year is different. Turn. While a planet is orbiting around the sun, it is moving another way too. It spins or rotates. The time it takes for a planet to rotate is its day. Each planet's day is different. While a planet is rotating, part of it faces the sun. It is daytime there. On the other side, it is nighttime. Turn. People can look up on a clear night and might see Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. A planet looks like a steady point of light. A star twinkles. A telescope is needed to see Uranus and Neptune. They are very far away from planet Earth. A telescope enlarges the image. Turn. Mercury. Of the planets, Mercury is the planet closest to the sun. It is about 36 million miles away from the sun. During the day it is extremely hot. During the night it is bitter cold because Mercury doesn't have any atmosphere to keep its heat from escaping. Mercury is the second smallest planet and is made up of rock and metal. 1 year on Mercury is only 88 Earth days. That's how long it takes for Mercury to orbit the sun. Mercury rotates very slowly, so its days are very long. A day on Mercury is 59 Earth days. An atmosphere is a layer of air. Mercury. Turn. Venus. Venus is the second planet from the sun. It is usually the brightest object in our sky, other than our sun and moon. At sunrise and sunset, it looks like a big, bright star. It is bright because Venus has a cloud cover that reflects the sunlight. These clouds are made up of gases. Venus is about 67 million miles away from the sun. It is hot there. Venus is almost the same size as our planet Earth. 1 year on Venus is about 225 Earth days. A day on Venus is about 243 Earth days long because Venus rotates very slowly. On Venus, a day is longer than a year, and a year is shorter than a day. Turn. Earth. Earth is the third planet from the sun. It is the only planet known to have just the right environment for plants, animals, and people to live in. Earth is 93 million